Yes, I saw this morning, and I just want to make a public service announcement. My attorney just put a restraining order on her, and it includes every single person in this entire family. I can't believe Blue's friends and y'all people just letting her roam around Los Angeles and everybody. That's ludicrous to me. And then his supposedly ass friends hanging out with her while she him. It's cool though. Y'all let her know. My attorney just put a restraining order on and I added every family member. I added family members that don't even live in California. Now play with it if you want to. That's all I gotta say for today.
The internet was already exhausted from the daily Blueface Chrisean Karlissa circus. But this plot twist just turned the entire timeline into a digital war zone. Because apparently Chrisean Rock didn't just walk away from drama, she ran. As in full speed, Olympic-level sprinting like she was escaping a season finale gone wrong. And why? Because Karlissa, the queen of chaos herself, allegedly picked up the phone, called the cops, and then handed over evidence to Ronny like she was passing a sacred scroll in a fantasy movie. This mess makes the Kardashians look like humble librarians organizing romance novels. The leak hit the internet like a meteor, grainy footage, suspicious screenshots, breathless voice notes, and people screaming it's getting worse. On every platform, TikTok detectives went into emergency mode, Twitter lawyers clocked in for overtime. Instagram aunties started praying online like the situation required spiritual backup. And the story kept getting wilder because according to insiders, whatever Karlissa gave Ronny was so serious that Chrisean instantly bolted, leaving behind more questions than answers. And the most insane part, this entire scandal has only begun unraveling. The truth hiding behind that evidence bag might be so explosive it could rewrite everything we thought we knew about their feud. Buckle up. The chaos is just starting. The scandal kicked off with a single chaotic clip uploaded by an anonymous account that looked like it was created inside a broom closet. The video was shaky, blurry, and filmed on what had to be a 2009 Android, but the audio was crystal clear. Someone yelling, someone running. And Karlissa in full warrior mother mode shouting about calling the authorities right now. The moment the clip hit Twitter, people didn't even ask for context. They just started panicking like Bianca had announced her retirement. Within minutes, the clip had been reposted thousands of times. And every repost came with a new theory more unhinged than the last. What made the situation escalate from dramatic to catastrophic was the second leak, a screenshot of Karlissa allegedly texting Ronny. "I have what you need. Come get it." The internet didn't even bother questioning if the screenshot was real. They immediately started acting like Karlissa was the head of an FBI task force assigned to take down Chrisean Rock personally. And the fact she used "what you need" instead of actually naming the item sent conspiracy theorists into a frenzy. Some claimed it was DNA evidence. Others claimed it was proof of a crime. A shocking amount said it was probably screenshots of Chrisean yelling. Nobody agreed on anything, but everyone agreed the situation was insane. As the screenshots spread, an even crazier rumor popped up that Karlissa met Ronny in person at some random parking lot to hand over the evidence. The internet took that detail and sprinted with it like it was the Olympic relay finals. People began drawing diagrams, recreating the parking lot layout in Photoshop, and dropping arrows pointing at absolutely nothing. A TikTok creator even made a reenactment using Barbie dolls and a toy police car. It was both ridiculous and terrifying. Meanwhile, the only person who hadn't said a word yet was Chrisean, and her silence was louder than any live she had ever done. Fans claimed they saw her running in the leaked footage. Critics said it wasn't running, it was sprinting for dear life. Trolls posted memes comparing her to cartoon characters escaping explosions. Some users exaggerated the story so much they swore she jumped a fence, dodged a dog, slid under a car, and performed 5 parkour tricks on her way out. The timeline turned her into an action hero fleeing a government raid. Whether the running was real or exaggerated didn't matter. The narrative was set. Chrisean Rock ran, and Karlissa called the police. The internet treated that combination like the scandal version of a nuclear bomb. The feud between these two wasn't new, but the stakes had never been this high. For years, the tension simmered like a pot of boiling water with no lid. Every argument, every live, every rant added more steam until the pot finally exploded. Karlissa always believed Chrisean was hiding something. Chrisean always believed Karlissa wanted to sabotage her. And Blueface, he believed in emojis. Their history was a drama novel with missing pages, torn covers, and a writer who clearly needs therapy. But when Karlissa allegedly brought Ronny into the mix, everything went from family feud to potential criminal chaos. Insiders claimed the evidence she handed over wasn't just petty receipts. It was something serious enough to make Ronny whisper, "This changes everything." That one sentence leaked online through a friend of a friend who definitely wasn't supposed to leak anything but did anyway for clout. Once that quote went viral, people started visualizing Ronny holding a manila folder filled with secrets like a movie villain plotting revenge. The internet's imagination went into overdrive. And when the rumor that police had actually been notified spread, the storyline took on a whole new level of tension. The drama wasn't just messy anymore, it was dangerous. Chrisean's fans broke into full panic mode. They spammed her old lives looking for clues. They reassured each other she didn't run, she removed herself from negativity. They insisted Karlissa's evidence was probably fake and that the cops were called for attention. But even her biggest supporters quietly admitted the situation felt different this time. Something about the leaks felt heavier, darker, like this wasn't just a fight over family drama or social media shade. The energy shifted from chaotic entertainment to actual concern. In the middle of the chaos, someone leaked a voice note of Karlissa yelling, "She thinks she can run from the truth. I'm done covering up for them." That one line sent the internet into a meltdown. Cover up what? Who's them? What truth? People were scrambling like they were trying to solve a murder mystery in real time. Comment sections turned into interrogation rooms, with strangers interrogating other strangers who didn't know anything either. It was pure digital insanity. Then came the paparazzi rumor that Chrisean was seen getting into a car frantically and refusing to answer questions. The word frantically turned the internet into detectives again. TikTok creators posted freeze frames of her facial expressions, analyzing them like body language experts. "Look at the way her eyebrows move, that's guilt. No, that's fear. No, that's just her face." The debates were endless and utterly ridiculous. Ronny, who usually stays under the radar, suddenly gained 50,000 followers overnight. His DM screenshots leaked too, showing him saying, "I'll let the truth speak." That cryptic line only made the hype explode further. People demanded he go live. Others demanded he drop the evidence. More demanded he stop playing games and release everything at once. His silence became the second biggest storyline after the running incident, and as the hours passed, the narrative only got murkier. One camp believed Chrisean ran because she was scared. Another believed she ran because she was innocent and didn't want to deal with the chaos. And a third, very loud group believed she ran because Karlissa was trying to set her up. The theories grew so fast they practically multiplied like gremlins after midnight. And every new leak, every post, every rumor added another layer to the mess. By the time news outlets picked up the story, it had already evolved into something too big to control. They reported a volatile conflict, possible police involvement, and a mysterious exchange of evidence, and the scariest part, nobody knew who was telling the truth anymore. Not Karlissa, not Ronny, not the anonymous leakers. The entire situation unfolded like a scandal on steroids, unpredictable, emotional, and dangerously close to spiraling beyond social media boundaries. One thing was certain. Whatever evidence Karlissa handed to Ronny had created a storm nobody could escape. And the moment Chrisean ran, the narrative left her hands entirely. The internet was now running with it fast, furious, and ready to drag every buried secret into the light. The moment the scandal entered its second wave, the internet transformed into a full-blown circus where every spectator suddenly believed they were the ringmaster. People weren't just reacting, they were investigating like their rent depended on it. TikTok detectives plastered screenshots across their screens like they were cracking open a national conspiracy, zooming so deep into pixelated footage that their phones probably overheated. Twitter users turned into amateur lawyers, quoting random laws they Googled 2 minutes earlier. Instagram aunties prayed publicly, tagging Jesus in the comments as if he had an account. The chaos was so intense it made the Johnny Depp vs. Amber Heard commentary look like a quiet book review. Then came the memes, because nothing proves the internet isn't serious like memes during a crisis. Someone posted animated footage of Chrisean sprinting like she was late to the Bet Awards, and the clip instantly went viral. Another meme showed Karlissa in a detective coat holding a magnifying glass with the caption, "Inspector Karlissa on the case." Even Ronny wasn't spared. Someone made an edit of him looking like a mafia boss receiving evidence in a dark alley. The internet didn't care if the situation was real, dangerous, or emotionally messy. They were going to meme it into history regardless. But then the twist: everyone's weird arrived. A new voice note leaked. This one allegedly captured Karla saddling someone. She knows what she did. She can run, but she can't hide from the law. The voice note spread across platforms faster than a celebrity breakup. Fans replayed it hundreds of times, arguing whether it was actually her. Critics said the tone matched her dramatic mom monologue voice. Supporters claimed it was AI generated. Someone even slowed it down and claimed a demon spoke in the background, which sent TikTok into supernatural meltdown mode. Celebrities couldn't resist chiming in. A reality star tweeted, "Family drama hits different when receipts get handed over," and that vague statement alone caused an entire comment section war. A rapper added, "Running only makes you look guilty," which immediately trended because people assumed he was shading Chrisean. A famous comedian joked, "If Karlissa ever calls the cops on me, I'm turning myself in before she finishes dialing," and even Blueface liked that post, which only made the situation worse. Screenshots of him liking it spread like wildfire, fueling theories he secretly agreed with his mom. Meanwhile, the Ronny side of the internet exploded too. People who had never heard of the man suddenly acted like they grew up with him. His follower count skyrocketed. His old posts resurfaced. Commenters demanded he reveal the evidence immediately. Crime channels on YouTube made 40-minute videos analyzing his body language from a clip where he simply blinked. Every blink became a clue. Every pause became a sign. Every emoji he posted became a riddle. But then the third leak dropped a supposed photo of Karlissa and Ronny standing outside what looked like a police station. The photo was blurry, the kind of blurry where you can't tell if it's 2 people or 2 lampposts, but the internet did not care. They circled shapes, drew arrows, analyzed shadows, compared shoe silhouettes, and declared, "Yep, that's them." Someone even matched the shape of a tree in the background to a Google Maps image like they were doing a documentary for Netflix. The internet wanted answers, and they were not letting blurry pixels stop them. Chrisean still hadn't spoken. That silence drove people mad. Some said she was hiding out somewhere. Others said she was gathering receipts of her own. A rumor claimed she was with lawyers. Another claimed she was with family. Then someone on TikTok said she was in a safe house, which made absolutely no sense but went viral anyway. Every hour without a statement was treated like a full week passing. Fans begged her to go live. Trolls dared her to speak. Critics said silence was an admission of guilt. At this point, she could have posted a picture of a sandwich and the internet would have screamed, "WH80 does this mean?" The funniest twist of all came when a random user leaked a supposed list of evidence that Karlissa had allegedly turned in. The list was so dramatic it looked like it was written by a screenwriter who binged too many crime shows. It included vague lines like digital proof, substance details, and the incident record. None of it made sense, but the internet treated it like gospel. People made infographics. TikTok creators narrated it in whisper voices. Reaction channels turned it into content. It was chaos layered on chaos. And then, out of nowhere, Blueface posted a cryptic message, "The truth always come out." Y'all stay tuned. That sentence alone flipped the entire narrative upside down. Fans begged him to elaborate. Critics said he was stirring the pot on purpose. Some accused him of trying to deflect attention from his own issues. Others said he was exposing Chrisean indirectly. Theories stacked up like Jenga blocks. Screenshots of the post circled the internet like a UFO sighting. Ronny eventually posted something to a single emoji. That one emoji launched 1,000 conspiracy theories. People claimed it confirmed the evidence was real. Others said it was bait. A few said he was doing it for clout. But the reality was obvious. He knew the internet was watching, and he was enjoying every second. Then a fourth leak dropped a supposed message from Karlissa saying, if she wants to run, let her. I did my part. This set the internet ablaze. Supporters said she was finally standing up for herself. Critics said she was being dramatic. Trolls said she was auditioning for a soap opera. But the leak also hinted at something darker, that Karlissa believed she had been covering for Chrisean for far too long and was now done protecting her. That implication sent shivers through the timeline. By this point, the drama was no longer just trending, it was dominating every corner of social media. Even platforms that usually ignored celebrity scandals were talking about it. Reddit turned the situation into a 3-part analysis thread. YouTube comment sections became debate arenas. TikTok live streamers stayed awake for 10 hours straight discussing blurry footage like they were solving world hunger. And then, right when the world thought the story couldn't get any more dramatic, a new voice note surfaced, this time allegedly from someone close to the situation, who said, the evidence wasn't fake. It wasn't small. It was enough to make anyone run. This line alone sent a shockwave so massive it practically broke the internet. What evidence? Why was it enough to make someone run? And most importantly, who was telling the truth? The internet wasn't just watching a scandal anymore. It was watching a storm unravel in slow motion, swallowing every person involved and dragging every buried secret into the spotlight. And the world was now desperate for the final reveal, the aftermath that would decide who survived the chaos and who didn't. The final wave of chaos hit the internet like a tsunami of pure adrenaline. Just when people thought the scandal had reached its peak, a fifth leak appeared, this time claiming that the evidence Karlissa handed to Ronny wasn't just dramatic, it was devastating. The leak said it contained messages, cash receipts, location pings, and even a mysterious clip that allegedly connected Chrisean to a moment she definitely didn't want resurfacing. Nobody knew if any of it was real, but the rumor alone detonated the timeline. Suddenly, the internet wasn't just curious, it was terrified. The idea that Karlissa had been quietly collecting receipts for weeks sent shockwaves across every platform. The running clip kept replaying like a national emergency broadcast. People analyzed it from every angle, trying to figure out what triggered her sprint. Some insisted she knew cops were involved. Others believed she was avoiding a confrontation. More dramatic fans said she ran because she saw Ronny holding the evidence envelope like a weapon. The internet crafted an entire narrative. She ran because she knew the storm had arrived. It didn't matter if any of it was true. The visuals were powerful enough to shape the entire storyline. Ronny's sudden rise to internet fame complicated everything. His posts turned cryptic, his stories got darker, and his tone grew more confident, like someone who finally had leverage in a long-buried feud. He never revealed what was inside the evidence, but he teased it so effectively that people believed he was sitting on information that could ruin lives. A single line he posted, "Truth stings harder when it's real," became a viral quote overnight. People tattooed it on memes, reaction videos, and dramatic montages. Ronny became the unexpected villain, hero, witness, and mystery man all at once. Then Karlissa went live, not yelling, not ranting, not performing, but speaking with a cold calm that unsettled everyone. She said, "I'm done protecting people who destroy everyone around them." That line alone suffocated the timeline. If she had screamed, people would have shrugged it off. But the calmness, the seriousness, that triggered another wave of panic. It hinted she believed she was doing the right thing. It hinted she believed someone else was in danger. It hinted she wasn't bluffing. And when Karlissa doesn't bluff, the internet trembles. Chrisean was still silent, but her silence no longer felt like fear, it felt like strategy. Insiders claimed she was preparing to drop her own version of events. Some said she had receipts of her own. Some said she would expose people. Others said she was too overwhelmed to speak. And then a rumor appeared saying she was ready to tell everything if pushed further. That line alone terrified half the fanbase. Because when Chrisean decides to go nuclear, she presses the button with zero hesitation. Blueface added gasoline to the inferno like always. He posted a video smirking, saying, "Ain't nobody scared of the truth. Let it come out." The comment section exploded instantly. Some said he was siding with Ronny, others said he was shading Karlissa. A few insisted he was defending Chrisean in reverse psychology mode. But everyone agreed on one thing: Blueface was enjoying the disaster a little too much. People accused him of stirring chaos to distract from his own issues. Whether true or not, his smug expression started trending as the new "I knew it" meme. News outlets grabbed the story with both hands. Headlines read things like, "New evidence emerges in Chrisean Rock feud and police contacted amid family drama." Talk shows debated it. Podcasts dissected it. Crime analysts speculated about what kind of evidence could cause someone to run. And just like that, the online narrative became a national narrative. When a scandal hits mainstream news, it stops being entertainment and starts being a cultural moment. And this moment was huge. Then came the absolute bombshell. A source claimed the evidence wasn't about a crime at all, it was about betrayal. A betrayal so deep that it allegedly made Ronny confront Chrisean in a way that escalated everything. Some said it was financial. Others said it was personal. A few said it involved someone's safety. But whatever it was, everyone agreed it must have been big enough for Karlissa to finally step in with the cops on speed dial. This shifted the narrative from Chrisean might be guilty to Chrisean might be betrayed, and that twist alone rewired the entire internet. Suddenly, supporters turned protective. They said Karlissa was weaponizing private information to destroy Chrisean. They said Ronny was exploiting receipts for attention. They said the running clip wasn't guilt, it was someone escaping a toxic trap. And for the first time, people began questioning whether Karlissa crossed an unforgivable line. Screenshots of her past behavior resurfaced. Old feuds were dug up. And slowly, the public's suspicion shifted from Chrisean to Karlissa. Ronny's team didn't help the confusion. They released a statement saying, "The truth will be revealed in due time," which is the most dramatic way of saying absolutely nothing. The vague message sent everyone spiraling again. What truth? Whose truth? How soon? Did the evidence help or hurt Chrisean? Was Ronny manipulating the situation or protecting his own? Nobody knew, and that uncertainty fueled the fire like a fresh dose of gasoline. The aftermath hit each character differently. Karlissa doubled down, acting like the moral enforcer of the family. Chrisean became a symbol of someone being chased by receipts warfare. Ronny transformed into a mysterious wildcard with too much information. And Blueface, he became the internet's favorite chaos spectator. Every move they made turned into a new theory. Every silence turned into a clue. Every emoji turned into an investigation. And truly, the world realized something deeper about this drama. The story wasn't about evidence. It wasn't about cops. It wasn't even about running. It was about the fact that every person involved felt betrayed by someone else. And betrayal, real betrayal, hits harder than any scandal. And creates wounds deeper than any lie. As the dust settled slightly, one fact became clear. This was far from over. The evidence was still sealed from the public. Chrisean hadn't spoken. Ronny hadn't revealed anything. Karlissa was gearing up for another round. And Blueface was definitely preparing another cryptic message. Somewhere between the silence and the leaks, the truth waited, loud, messy, and dangerous. And when it finally drops, the world won't just watch. It'll explode, and just like that, you've reached the end of another emotional demolition derby in the Chrisean Karlissa Ronny universe, a place where receipts fall from the sky. Evidence appears out of thin air, and people sprint like they're trying to escape a season finale cliffhanger. If you survived this saga without checking your own group chats for evidence, congratulations, you officially have stronger nerves than half the cast involved. But don't get too comfortable, because in this universe, peace lasts about 12 minutes max. Another scandal is probably loading right now. If you were glued to the screen the entire time, then you know what to do. Smash that like button like it owes you child support. Drop a comment and tell me what you think the evidence was. Was Karlissa exposing Chrisean? Was Ronny plotting something bigger? Or was the whole situation just another episode of everybody needs therapy but nobody goes? Your theories keep the chaos spinning, and trust me, I read them all, and don't leave without hitting subscribe. Because here at Fame Ripple, we don't just cover scandals, we dissect them, roast them, exaggerate them, and drop them so dramatically that even TMZ needs a breather. Turn on notifications too, because the next explosion in this saga might drop while you're asleep. And you do not want to wake up confused while the rest of the internet is already screaming. Stick around, because in the world of Fame Ripple, rumors don't rest, receipts don't expire, and the truth doesn't whisper. It kicks the door open and drags the timeline with it.